Our toy hauler just got a side-by-side upgrade. The big question, do all the toys fit, or are we out of luck? Into the 16-foot by 8-foot garage.
Monster fit in here and get 2 motorcycles in. We may need a little Vaseline to squeeze them in.
I wasn't ready to sell my bike.
Let's pull this bad boy out and start ripping it apart. Or whatever. This is the machine that I've always wanted. I'm just gonna stay here on travel days. 3.5 feet, ideal for a tailgate smoker. It's a nice day for fixing things. Pretty good, considering. Happy enough that I would highly recommend it, especially because you can do multiple applications.
What you doing, honey?
Trying to make this monster fit in here and get 2 motorcycles in.
So, how many of you think that we're gonna get this in with our 2 Harley Davidsons over there into the 16-foot by 8-foot garage?
We may need a little Vaseline to squeeze them in.
You think?
We'll see. We're gonna go try.
We still have yet to confirm whether the motorcycles can fit. Stay tuned. Attempt number 1 was super tight for the Fat Bob. The plan was to load it first over the axles, but we couldn't even get it past the door. Time to shift gears on that one. Next, we attempted with the super low.
Hope is not gone yet, but potentially
It's looking that way.
it's looking like we may have to sell your motorcycle in order for this change of adventure.
I wasn't ready to sell my bike. Can we ship it somewhere and store it? More discussions. Spare minute.
Many more discussions and trials. We're gonna get smaller spacers, remove the fenders. Actually, I think what I'll do today is remove the spacers on this one and just go back to the 64-inch and try that.
Is that a big job?
I gotta remove all the tires and pull the spacers off. And that's gonna make a difference on this side because the back fender is almost touching the wall. Right now we're at 70 inches. 70 and a half inches.
Good to know.
Okay, that's 25. This is our big one. 25 there as well, so I got 26 down here. Okay, let's pull this bad boy out and start ripping it apart.
On to idea number 1. Second gear, if you will. It's
Well, no, we can keep the fenders. They're just 6 screws in and out.
okay.
We
What?
take them off to unload. It's an impact. Less than 2 minutes.
Do that sound.
No.
Do it again. Do it again.
Or whatever. If we move those off each time we load, it may work as well. So we're gonna have to try several different things. Because I really don't wanna, 1, ship your bike across the country.
2, sell my bike.
Sell your bike. Or 3, after just getting this, having to redesign something or get something different.
I think
Because
someone's
this-
in love.
This is the machine that I've always wanted. But
I'm gonna put little heart emojis up above your head.
yeah, it's disappointing to say the least on both ends. So I am going to.
Crack a beer.
What time is it? It doesn't even matter.
It's beer o'clock.
It's beer o'clock. I'm gonna crack a beer, pull this out, go from there.
After we did our own version of a NASCAR pit lane, sound effects included, we loaded up again as tight as possible to the one side of the garage. No Vaseline required on this one.
Second attempt, spacers are out, rear fenders are off, and we're gonna see how much we gained.
We are close.
Yep, we're close.
Get that measuring tape out.
Okay. We went from 25 to 29 inches. So we've got 4 extra inches here. We're at 32 inches there. And the only reason that is because the Happy Jack frame right here didn't allow us to come over a whole lot more. What do we got to the fender? 32 inches.
What did we have before?
25.
Oh, so we gained quite a bit.
I'll put that in. And we're gonna go with attempt number 2 to bring the bikes in.
Here we go. Like always, Willow was hanging around and supervising until it was nap time. Does anyone else's golden retriever fluff the rocks before lying down? Round 2 for the Fat Bob. Still a squeeze, so we shifted gears and gave the Super Low a shot. And you know what? A few extra inches can change everything. And we still didn't have to break out anything weird, like Vaseline.
We got it in.
Does she fit?
It fits.
Yeah, but the biker bar situation? We measured it out, and yes, the biker bars will fit. But that's a project for another day. Today's goal was simple. Just get the bikes in and shut the door. 2 3-season patio doors that have been removed. In our garage door, I spy the rear wheel of one motorcycle, the front wheel of the other motorcycle, and in the background, a lovely Maverick. Let's walk around and see if we accomplished our goal.
Hey, we're in. I'm just gonna stay here on travel days. Well, you know, I did notice something.
What's that?
We've got approximately 3.5 feet by about 6 feet that would be ideal for a tailgate smoker.
Or my paddleboard.
That'll slide underneath. Well, we'll put a pin in it.
Another long pin?
Either way, they fit. A lot of finagling, but we've got it so there's a few inches away from everything, so nothing will rub.
So we think.
So we think. It is going to take a lot longer to load the garage now compared, you know, normally it took us 20 minutes.
12.
Well, 12 minutes to unload, about 20-25 minutes to load up.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's going to take us
a lot longer.
Probably over an hour or so.
Plus we still have to figure out strapping down the Maverick.
Yeah.
Which we haven't yet. Anyway, accomplishment today.
It's in. Now let's unload it. Look at this weather. It's a nice day for fixing things. Like anybody full-time traveling, I'm sure you came up against a few flying rocks and hit your windshields. We've got 2 of those. I'm staying on a fixed one. One is on the truck. The other is on our most recent purchase. When my son was delivering it to us, there was a vehicle in front of him, launched a rock, missed his truck, and hit our side-by-side. So picked up this Rain-X kit. It's good for multiple repairs. I have multiple repairs, so I'm gonna attempt to fix that today, see how that works. Hopefully once I pull that sticker off, clean the windshield a bit, we'll be able to fix it up. First, big key, make sure your windshield's super clean. So I'm gonna wipe that down first. Step 1 done. I don't know if anybody's used Chemical Glass cleaner, but this stuff works really well. Not an affiliate or anything, but I just swear by it. I use it on everything. That sticker came off pretty good with the razor, and I'm just gonna give it a wipe with an alcohol swab. And then they say to kind of make sure there's no particles. You can see some of the little bits of glass in there. You didn't need to fall down, did you? Next, I'm gonna use this air duster to blow out any particles. Next step is to place this exactly over the hole, the center point, and then suction it down. Step 2, take the resin chamber and screw that down just until it is a little bit snug, and then go on the inside and make sure the resin chamber is centered on the main impact area. Now I'm just going to check that again. Perfect. Hey, look, I forgot something else. Just going to take this repair resin and cut the tip off, which I forgot to grab. This is what takes my project so long, because one, I should probably write down a list of things that I'm going to need for the project. I never do. Two, when I do, on very rare occasions, I forget to look at it. So then I'm kind of scrambling and making a 3-minute video take 20 minutes because I can't remember anything. And then cut the top off and then add 3 to 6 drops depending on the size of your repair. Ours is a bit big, so I'm going to put like 6 drops in it. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So now we got to use a pressure driver. Put this in and screw it down almost all the way, and then just go on the inside of the car and see if the fluid is filling in the crack. That actually looks really good. So it's got the main impact area done. There are still 2 little cracks on left and right of the impact area. We'll let that set up for 4 to 6 minutes. When we take that off, we'll take a little more resin, put it in the cracks, and then you lay over one of these. Probably barely see it. And then you let that set. So we'll give it 4 to 6 minutes. That's done. Now we will pop this, unscrew the resin chamber, and remove the device. You can still see a bit of the chip there, but I'm going to put some more resin on that and put a filler strip in it and see how that works. Okay, now that that's done, we got to move it out into the sun for about 10 minutes. So I'll do that now. And set a timer for 10 minutes. Okay, added the second application, put the strip on, but the camera didn't record because the file was corrupt for some reason. And I missed it all. So here's the finished product. It's pretty good considering I likely didn't put enough resin in there. Actually, no, I didn't put enough resin in there. So word to the wise, when you're doing cracks any bigger than a nickel, use more than 6 drops. I'd go 10. Or I'd even use a little bit too much. And better to have too much than not enough, because you only get one chance to fill in the impact zone. I got the impact zone pretty good, but the 2 outlying cracks left to right didn't fill properly. So I had to go back and try to refill them a bit. It was difficult getting it in there. But overall, I'm pretty happy with that repair. Happy enough that I would highly recommend it, especially because you can do multiple applications and do multiple repairs. So on that note, Rain-X, thumbs up. Now to get another crack in it.
Windshield's done, toys loaded, and sometimes RV life brings you straight to the track. From Baja to Canada, we can't resist a good race, especially with a little Canada Day fanfare. The Maple Leaf Classic at Riverside International Speedway did not disappoint. First up, the Pro Stock Tour hit the track. Tight packs of cars battling every corner. Next, the NASCAR Canada Series roared into action, engines revving and fans cheering, making for an unforgettable doubleheader. One of the things we love most about our RV life is the freedom to stumble into adventures like this, wherever the road takes us. If you enjoyed riding along, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell so you don't miss any of our journeys. Thanks for rolling with us, and we'll see you on the next adventure.